Before this video starts, I just want to quickly tell you that Ed Unicycles the USA is now half price on Vimeo. So if you're looking for something to watch over the Christmas period, I'll be honoured if you watch that. It's currently £10. You'll find the link in the description. All right, on with the video.
Last time in this series, I met Jiawei, a cycle tourer from China who'd come all the way to the States to ride the length of the Route 66 from LA to Chicago. We decided to team up and ride together for a while, and soon found ourselves at a dead end on a crumbling section of the Route 66 that had been replaced by interstate. Hopping a fence, we joined the I-40 to continue east across Arizona.
I'm riding on a one-man wheel, Parkinsonville, analog 36-inch unicycle across the USA. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna get myself into, yeah.
My name's Ed, and I'm riding a unicycle around the world. Join me on this series as I attempt to cycle 4,000 miles across the United States of America.
We're at Williams now, stopped up at a gas station to get some water, and the nice lady behind the counter was going to throw this popcorn away, so we got some free popcorn.
Put this in China.
I don't know. Ah, okay. Oh, wait, so...
This fine, and we add rice and sugar in this.
Pretty good. People keep saying it's going to snow tonight, so we might wake up in snow. I think we're going to push down another 2 or 3 miles down the road, probably not even that, and try and find somewhere to camp in the forest. How about in here?
Alright.
Yeah.
The next morning, Jiawei and I woke up in a blanket of snow. Oh my god.
Jiawei was telling me that he's never seen snow before. What do you think of the snow, man?
Exciting.
Exciting, yeah.
Yeah, very exciting. Because in China, snow is very less.
So as well as the snow, I also woke up with a punctured wheel. So just going to pump it up, we'll get back to the town and then I'll fix it properly there.
We rode back to Williams to warm up and grab some breakfast at the Route 66 diner. I then forced myself back out into the cold to fix my puncture. With my wheel fixed, we discussed plans for the coming days. Jiawei hadn't originally intended to deviate away from the Route 66, but when I told him I was planning to ride north to see the Grand Canyon, he was well up for joining me on the 200-mile detour. We pedalled away from Williams, both very excited to reach the Grand Canyon. Due to the morning's faffing with snow and punctures, we only made 35 miles that day. And as the sun set, we asked at a remote house if we could camp on their land. The people living there kindly agreed, and as we ate our night's meal, I asked Jiawei what his family thought of him coming out all the way to America to ride his bike. I learned that he hadn't actually told his parents that he was out here cycling across the States, but had instead said he was out in America to work.
Will you tell them when you get back to China?
No,
You won't tell them? Like never?
and never tell them.
Whoa. If you did tell them, how would they react?
They will think you they think I need to work harder and study harder, work harder, and make more money.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I tell them, they will think you have waste time, waste money, to do some not too useful things. So I can't tell my tell them.
Yeah.
But my friends will understand me.
Oh, of course, I'm sure. I think your parents might understand.
Chinese people don't have time to travel.
So you just
see the what?
just university and then work.
University what?
Yeah. I felt this when I was there.
Because the parents pay money for the student to study, and parents want to the children to make money. Back to parents.
For sure.
We were both very keen to get moving the next morning, because with the South Rim just 25 miles up the road, today was Grand Canyon Day. As we neared the canyon, we cut into the forest, trading the highway for a wonderfully smooth cycle path. It was riding through these trees that I started to wonder when we'd get our first glimpse of the famous ravine.
Wow. These videos were made possible by my patrons on Patreon. So if you support me over there, thank you very, very much. And I want to say a particularly big thank you to Adam Fink, Adam Stevens, Alex Brissot, Alex Lee, Annabelle Miley, Axel Fontaine, Carrie Cleland, Daimon Walker, Dakota Morehouse, Derek Donovan, Elijah Legender, Jeff and Kelly Elder, James Lissell, Jessasin, Kelly Jackson, Kentaro Sakino, Malvin Zen, Mario Yegas, Mark Paris, Mike Foxwell, Ricky Rue, Stephen Jones, Finn Seller, Toby McTobeface, Tommy Nurmazjavi, let's go over that ice, Tyson and Bethany Hodge, Warren Snyder, and Weston Hawkins. Okay, now back to the video. Ooh.
By the time Jiawei and I started our journey away from the canyon, we were both a little fed up with cycling on busy highways. Spotting a detour that shortcut directly towards Winslow, we saw an opportunity to get away from the cars and venture into a dusty Navajo reservation.
It says closed, but maybe we can get through with bicycle, I'm not sure.
I think bicycle is okay.
Yeah, okay,
Go.
let's do it. This might be a mistake. We've got 85 miles on this kind of road. How you doing?
You're not faster.
Oh well, we're out here to have an adventure, eh? This is what it's about.
Lonely spire crawling on the floor. Lonely spire longing for love once more.
This is tough going. There's nothing out here.
Oh, is he lost forever? Oh, can he still endeavor? Oh, will he find his treasure? Will he die alone?
Oh, I'm so tired.
Riding down this track stopped being fun after about 40 miles. Neither of our bikes could deal with the loose sand, forcing us to get off and walk. Also, our dwindling water supply was starting to be a bit of a concern. The novelty of being out in this beautiful barren landscape had worn off, and we both knew we had a long slog ahead of ourselves. At sunset, we spotted some houses. Both dehydrated and tired, we just hoped there'd be people there to give us some water.
Looks like nobody's in. Well, there's a dog over there, but that doesn't really count.
After waiting around for half an hour, some people did eventually arrive. We met Yvonne and her dad Bobby, but the interaction was uncomfortable and they seemed very wary of us. This wariness made a little more sense after they told us that last month someone had set fire to one of their neighbours' houses, deliberately in an attempt to murder them. However, they did trust us enough to kindly fill up our water bottles. Just as we were about to get moving, they warned us that the track we'd been following was very dangerous, to the point where even they decide not to drive on it in the dark. Apparently it's common for this road to be used to traffic drugs, and they said that if we camped in sight of passing cars that night, there was a high chance we might get shot at. We've come quite far away from the road now, in a horse's watering hole. Really hope it doesn't rain tonight, but we can't be seen by the roads. We're going to set up our tents and camp here because we haven't really got any other options. We did ask if we could sleep in the land of their house. They said no. Yvonne's dad, Bobby, was a bit sceptical of us, as I think you might be if there's been a bit of crime going on and these two random strangers pop up. So they said no, but they said we could try here. So that's what's happening. Got water, gonna camp. Hope we don't get shot tonight. If you're feeling impatient and can't wait for next week's video, you're in luck, because the next episode is available right now on my Patreon. And if you're feeling really impatient, you can head over to Vimeo and watch the entire Ed Unicycles the USA series from start to finish over there. Your support is greatly appreciated.
Well, this old thing ain't built for speed, but I love my trusty dusty steed. It'll get me around the world soon, and I'll try a full moon. I know my route is roundabout, but I sure as hell don't have a doubt. It'll get me where I'm going, as long as the wind is blowing. I'm well aware of dangers out there, and it's not that I don't